Hello everyone, Ryan here. So, Fernie the Dinosaur is going to be taking a break for this week's Music Monday. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite bands, Alice in Chains. But don't worry, Fernie will be back soon enough. I don't even know how many people actually bother to pay attention to the stuff that I do with Fernie the Dinosaur, But anyways, whatever, I'm not doing this. I don't get paid. I don't get paid to do this, so I upload whatever the hell I want to upload. So, yeah. Anyways, Alice in Chains, they formed back in sometime in 1987, I believe. In Seattle, of course, Seattle, Washington. And now, of course, I didn't start listening to them, I want to say, at least sometime in the mid-90s. Though I was aware of them, at least a couple of years before that, because I had older cousins who from time to time would listen to them, listen to a lot of grunge stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I consider myself to be kind of lucky because I had enough older cousins when I was growing up that some of them listened to rap music, some of them listened to rock music, others listened to more bluesy stuff or country stuff, and still others listen to techno kind of stuff, and which I've never really been into techno, so but yeah, and I wasn't necessarily any cousin or relative of mine or even a friend really that introduced me to Alice in Chains. It was just one of those bands that during the 90s while I was growing up, they were played on the radio a lot, and it was just, a lot of their songs became the background, the background theme to a lot of I guess different parties I went to, though I never really went to a lot, or just even after school, when I was going to high school, after school, sometimes I'd go to a friend's house and we'd just hang out and we would play video games or something, and he would one friend or another would turn on the radio and Alice in Chains would be on, So yeah, I guess, like I said, it wasn't really any one person or really any one particular moment in which I was first introduced to Alice in Chains. More I guess, a collection of moments. But then, of course, I guess later on when I got into the more heavy stuff, heavier, fast-paced stuff, like Metallica or, it's another band. Metallica, I guess a little bit of Megadeth, White Zombie, yeah, Slayer, obviously, Anthrax. And then I kind of stopped listening, or rather stopped paying attention to Alice in Chains. So, but another reason why I wanted to talk about them for this week's Music Monday is because they're actually going to be playing here where I live in El Paso, Texas, in September of this year. And I want to say, I believe it might be the first time they've played here. I gotta look that up. I probably should have looked it up before, but I don't know. I got stuff to do. Well, not really, but kind of. So yeah, they're going to be playing here in September. One thing that when I first found out about it, for me, I mean, I guess I would like to go see them, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to, but only because, their original singer, Lane Staley, rest in peace, Lane Staley, unfortunately he passed away, I believe it was sometime in 2000 or 2001, and unfortunately he died of an overdose, heroin overdose, I believe. And yeah, that sucks. He was addicted to heroin, and he's definitely an awesome singer. He's always been one of my favorite rock singers. I guess you could say technically grunge, but I mean, the amount of power that he had behind his voice, and if you need some examples of that, or if you haven't really bothered to listen to anything by Alice in Chains, or even pay attention to just the singer Lane Staley, you definitely gotta check him out. I'll provide some links to some live performances of theirs, because in the studio he was awesome, but a lot of the live footage I've seen of Lane Staley singing in a live setting, he definitely looked like he never disappointed. Just again, he had a lot of really raw, intense power behind his voice. In fact, the guitar player Jerry Cantrell, he was in, I want to say it's like some kind of documentary or something, which they made in order to like honor the memory of Lane Staley. And even the guitar player Lane Staley, he admitted himself too that Lane Staley was definitely one of those one of a kind singers. And also in the same documentary, several other musicians, like grunge era musicians, also commented on the same thing, that I want to say like a couple members from the band Pearl Jam were also in this documentary. They also commented the same thing. Like one of them said that he remembered being off stage, like off to the side somewhere, when Alice in Chains was performing at some festival or something. And he said he remembered, because he was next to, I guess, one of the monitors or speakers or something that was on stage, which was kind of like off to the left side or right side of the stage. And he commented that as soon as Lane Staley hit this high note, that he said that not only could he hear it loud and clear, but at the same time he said he could feel the vibration of it, like the vibration coming off of the speaker that he was standing next to. And I guess it's kind of weird, because he was commenting, he said that it wasn't so much that it was loud for him, but that he was surprised by the amount of vibration that was coming through the speakers and monitors. And so, yeah, obviously I think it's definitely cool, definitely a good thing that Alice in Chains are still together. They're still making music. I believe they're supposed to have a new album coming out, if it's not out already. I know they did record and release another one, something to do with dinosaurs. I forget the title. Something like The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here or something, I believe is the title. And so, yeah, I remember reading something about that. They're working on another new album or something. But yeah, ultimately, it's like, you can't replace a singer like Lane Staley. You just can't. It's, you can try as hard as you want, and you can, I know a lot of these bands, like, they end up finding suitable replacements. But ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, they're not able to truly replace an original member. I don't know, that's how I feel, especially when it's something like, you know, someone like a singer or a guitar player, you know, if they're like really awesome to begin with, and then especially if they ended up being a part of that band for so many years. I mean, we're talking about even like more than a decade. You know, it's hard to replace them. That's how I feel. I think that's how I've always felt. I believe a lot of other people feel the same as I do. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's, I don't know what else to say about that. Again, if you haven't heard anything, or rather, if you haven't seen any live footage from Alice in Chains, I will provide links down below to that. I'll also try to find some clip of that documentary that I mentioned, so you can check that out if you want to. So, but yeah, that pretty much does it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. As far as favorite songs go for me from Alice in Chains, obviously Man in the Box, Rooster, so Them Bones, yeah, Them Bones, like, I used to cover that song in my band. We played it a lot, though we haven't played it in a while. I mean, we've kind of been on a long break, but yeah, I remember just like when I was learning that, and you know, eventually we played it so many times that I got tired of playing it. But the same goes for a lot of other songs that we covered too. So. Well, yeah. So I mean, you know, let me know what you think about Alice in Chains. If they're one of your favorite bands, what are some of your favorite songs? Yeah, and that'll pretty much do it for this week's Music Monday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Definitely thanks for subscribing. Thanks to everybody who is currently subscribed. I may be having some kind of another giveaway soon. Yeah. Still kind of working out the details on that, but it'll be coming up. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. As always, till next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.